Okay, let's proceed to mediation part 2. The state policy on mediation. In applying the this is for section kilo, and also for other section they will. Okay, the state policy on mediation. In applying and construing the provision of these rules, consideration must be given to the need of promote among the parties and mediators through confidentiality. The confidentiality of the mediation process, the policy of fostering prompt, economical, and amicable resolution of disputes in accordance with the principle of integrity and determination by the parties with principle of integrity and determination by the parties with the principle of integrity and the policies that decision-making authority in the mediation process rests with the parties. A party may petition a court before which an action is prematurely brought in matter that is the subject of a mediation agreement in at least one party so requests not later than the pre-trial conference or upon the request of both parties thereafter to prepare the parties in mediation in accordance with the agreement of the parties. Article 3.2 IRR Republic Act 9285. Selection of mediator. Sa pamimili po ng mediator, ito po yon. Do the parties have the right to select a mediator? Yes, the answer is yes. The parties have the freedom to select a mediator. The parties may request the Office of Alternative Dispute Resolution, OADR, to provide them with at least a poster or resume on its certificate mediator. The OADR may be requested to inform the mediator of his or her selection. Article 3.3 Republic Act 9285. Is it required that the mediator have a special qualification based on their background or profession? As a rule, the ADR Act does not require that a mediator have a special qualification by background or profession unless the special qualifications of a mediator are required in the mediation agreement or by mediation parties. Section 13, Republic Act 9285. May a party waive his right to participate in mediation? Yes, except as otherwise provided in Republic Act 9285. A party may designate a lawyer or any other person to provide assistance in the mediation. A claim for his right shall be made in writing by the party waiving it. A waiver of participation of legal representation may be rescinded at any time. Section 14, Republic Act 9285. Take note, rescind means to revoke or cancel. Yan po yung vocabulary words natin ngayon na rescind means to revoke or cancel. Kaya remind ko lang sa class natin, even to other section, you can transcribe my voice and video so that you can easily read. You can read my voice lecture, okay? In order for you to study it, okay? In your own. When will the mediator be replaced? Kailan ba pwedeng palitan yan? If the mediator selected is unable to act as such for any reason, the parties may, upon being informed of such a fact, select another mediator. Article 3.4 IRR Republic Act 9285. What are the grounds on which a mediator may refuse or withdraw such? A mediator may refuse to act such, withdraw, or be compelled to withdraw from mediator proceeding under the following circumstances. Number 1, if any of the parties so request the mediator to withdraw. Number 2, the mediator does not have the qualification, training, and experience to enable him, her to meet the reasonable expectation of the parties. Number 3, where the mediator's impartiality is in question. Number 4, if continuation of the process would violate any ethical standards. 5, if the safety any of the parties were jeopardized, if the mediator is unable to provide effective services. In case of conflict of interest, in any of the following instances, if the mediator is satisfied that one or more of the parties is not acting in good faith. Yan po yung mga dahilan ha. The parties' agreement would be illegal or involved in commission of a crime. And continuing the dispute resolution would give rise to appearance of impropriety. Continuing with the process would cause significant harm to a non-participating person or to the public. Continuing discussion would not be in the best interest of the parties, their minor children, or the dispute resolution process. Article 3.5 IRR Republic Act 9285. The following terms describe the ethical conduct of the mediator. Okay? Describe the ethical conduct of a mediator. Number 1, competence. It is not required that a mediator have a special qualification by background or profession, unless the special qualification of a mediator include A. Maintain and continually upgrade his or her professional competence in a mediation skills. Ensure that his or her qualification, training, and experience are known to and accepted by the parties, and serve only when his or her qualification, training, and experience enable him or her to meet the reasonable expectation of the parties, and shall not hold himself or herself out of give the impression that he or she does not have. Upon the request of a mediation party, an individual who is requested to serve, a mediator shall disclose his or her qualification to mediate and dispute. Article 3.5 IRR Republic Act 9285. Number 2 in described ethical conduct is impartially. What do you mean by impartially? A mediator shall maintain impartiality. Okay? Before accepting a mediation, an individual who is requested to serve as mediator shall make an inquiry that is reasonable under the circumstances to determine whether there are known facts that a reasonable individual would consider likely all affect the impartiality of the mediator, including a financial or personal interest in the outcome of the mediation, and any existing or past relationship with a party or foreseeable participant in the mediation, and disclose to the mediation parties any such fact known or learned as soon as practical before accepting mediation. If a mediator learns any fact described in paragraph A of this article after accepting a mediation, the mediator shall disclose it as soon as practicable to the mediation parties. Article 3.7 IRR Republic Act 9285. Number 3 in ethical conduct of a mediator is confidentiality. The first is competence, second is impartially, then number 3 is confidentiality. A mediator shall keep in utmost of confidence all confidential information obtained in the course of the mediation process. A mediator shall discuss issue of confidentiality and the extent of confidentiality provided in any private session or causes that the mediator holds with party. Article 3.8 IRR Republic Act 9285. Okay. Number 4, characteristic is consent and self-determination. A mediator shall make reasonable efforts to ensure that each party understands the nature and character of the mediation proceeding, including private causes, the issue, the enabled options, and the alternativeness to non-settlement, and that each party is free and able to make whatever choice him or her desires regarding participation in mediation generally, in regarding specific settlement options. Okay? Or letter B is, if a mediator believes that the party who is not represented by the council is unable to understand or fully participate in mediation proceedings for any reason, or he or she may either limit the scope of the mediation proceedings is in a manner consistent with the party's ability to participate, or recommend that the party obtain appropriate assistance in order to continue with the process, or terminate the mediation proceedings. A mediator shall recognize and keep in mind that the primary responsibility for resolving a dispute and shaping voluntary uncoerced settlement rests with the parties. Article 3.9 IRR Republic Act 9285. Number 5 is separation of mediation from counseling and legal advice. Except in evaluative mediation or when the parties so request, a mediator shall refrain from giving legal or technical advice and other engaging in counseling or advocacy, and abstain from expressing his or her personal opinion on the right and duties of the parties and the merits of the proposal made. Where appropriate and where either or both parties are not present by counsel or mediator shall recommend that the parties seek outside professional advice to help them make informed decisions and to understand the implication of any proposal, and suggest that the parties seek independent legal and technical advice before a settlement agreement is signed. Without a consent of all parties and for the reasonable time under the particular circumstances, a mediator who also practices another profession shall not establish a professional relationship in the other profession with one of the parties or any person or entity. In substantially and punctual related matter, Article 3.10 IRR Republic Act 9285. Okay? Charging fees. With respect to the charging fees, okay? A mediator shall fully disclose, number 6 yun charging fees. Okay? Yung una natin ay competence, second is impartially, third is confidentiality, 4 is consent and self-determination, 5 is separation and mediation from counseling and legal advice, and 6 is charging of fees. Yan po yung describing the ethical conduct of a mediator. Okay? A mediator shall fully disclose, yan, sa charging fees po yan. A mediator shall fully disclose and explain to the parties the basis of costs, fees, and charges. The mediator who withdraws from mediation shall return to the parties any unearned fee and unused deposit. A mediator shall not enter into the fee agreement that is contingent upon results of the mediation or amount of settlement. Number 7, promotion and respect and control of abuse of process. The mediator shall encourage mutual respect between the parties and shall take reasonable steps, subject into principle, and self-determination to limit abuse of the mediation process. Article 3.12 RIR, Republic Act 9285. Number 8, solicitation or acceptance of any gift. No mediator or any member of mediator's immediate family or his or her agent shall request, solicit, receive, or any accept, gift, or any type of compensation other than agreed fee and expenses in connection with matter incoming or coming before the mediator. Article 3.13 IRR, Republic Act 9285. Okay, thank you.